We start our day by getting off the metro at Brayside Station. When heading to the garden, I begin thinking about the things that I have to get done for the day. And recently, around this time, I had been going through a few hurdles regarding one of my plant species, Delphinium, which was failing to germinate at the time. I'd placed them through various different pre-treatment conditions, cold strat, gibberellic acid, another dose of stronger gibberellic acid, placing them in different incubation temperatures, but they still never grew, so I had decided this day to put them through another test. So here is where I'm starting the tetrazolium test for my Delphinium species, and typically viability tests are conducted on any seeds at the end of germination trials, but for this particular instance, none of my Delphinium seeds actually germinated over the summer, so I was questioning whether any of them were viable at that point. Tetrazolium tests basically involve you making an incision on the seed and allowing that seed to soak in a TZ solution, which penetrates any living tissues and forms an insoluble reddish compound that kind of dyes it a deep maroon color. And basically, when you look at the seed under a microscope after it's soaked in that solution, you can see if there's a living embryo or a living endosperm. And for a viable seed, we're typically looking for a red endosperm and embryo. And when I finished creating that initial cut in all of the Delphinium seeds, I placed them in a TZ solution, and for this specific protocol, it required them to be in the TZ for about 8 to 12 hours, so I would have to wait until the next day to check the results. The next day, I was pleasantly surprised to find that a majority of my Delphinium seeds had been in fact dyed red, and when further inspecting them under the microscope, they both had red embryos and red endosperms. The fact that we had any viable seeds produced from Delphinium populations was indicative that there was another aspect of germination that was inhibiting their growth. Well, it simply could have been a lab setting that prevented them from germinating, or a different dormancy pattern that they had. But determining that factor is a problem of another day, so I get ready to leave from the gardens and go back to Ogilvy.
Not me, oh, not me, oh, not me, oh.